Next game, we've got two Grandmasters here on the NA server. This is going to be a crackerjack match. Turn down this music. Wish by 9 Inch Nails. Might be appropriate in this matchup. We are on Neo Planet S, and we do have Silicon Sports' very own Pezz, otherwise known as Jack Sparrow. I'm dubbing him that now, so in case he wasn't before. And his opponent is Frenetic Array's HuT.
All in line
TVP. TVP.
Part of me hopes that Pezz doesn't pull this off because he's going to be so egotistical. If he
oh, he loves to get on the smack talk after a win, doesn't he?
Oh god, nah. We call Pezz Modest Pezz. It stemmed from the Tour days because he is the least modest person in the entire world. But no, I'm curious to see how HuT's TVP is because we've seen his TVZ and it's obviously really, really strong.
Yeah.
I know Pezz is pretty damn good at this matchup. So I'm really curious to see what happens here.
Looks like HuT's just going to go for that CC first.
It's a pretty bold move, I think, in TVP. Pezz is going to scout it pretty quickly. Yeah. HuT's been turning on the flash. Just CC first every game, no worries.
Yeah, well, with his macro and his multitasking, that's the thing. I'm sure he can pull it off without a hitch.
And Pezz scouts it straight away.
Yep.
It's gonna know exactly what to do in this situation.
No issue there. Could have denied that barracks going down, but he's going to put on a little bit of harass. Charge up his shields, probably go back in again and mess up one of these SCVs, maybe the CC.
I think probes are the most annoying unit in the game. Actually, sorry. No, I'm going to go with annoying. They're the most annoying unit in the game. Specifically probes. When you try and build
Protoss are annoying. Let's just put it at that.
When you're trying to build a hatchery and they're like, oh, I'm going to stand around for a bit, and you can't do it. Yeah. Or like when a Terran's building a building, it's always a pro that attacks it. Drones, drones are much more peaceful creatures. I don't want any beef with the SCVs as long as the SCVs don't beef with them.
Well, probes are the laziest workers in the game, really. SCVs are continually building something and that sort of stuff. Drones have to morph into something in order to be effective, and probes, they just drop a beacon and something warps in for them. Yeah,
they just GTFO. A drone commits their whole life to being a building. Their whole life. And then a probe's just half of a second.
Going to be a spine crawler.
Yeah, man. Can you imagine that life? You just sit there all day. Sometimes you don't even do anything. You just sit there and no one will even see you all game.
Yeah.
And other times you just fodder. What a hard life drones have. And interestingly, HuT still hasn't. Wow, HuT. He's going gasless 3cc.
Wow.
That's
super greedy. Super greedy.
That's one way to put it.
Alright, Pezz. Come on, Pezz. Time to stomp face here. I don't want to see any more dancing units from HuT.
Oh, I'm sick of those Manamules, man. He did 50 times against me. And I was actually going to leave at one point, then he Manamuled me, and I was just like, no, I'm not going to leave it now.
Yeah, we were actually wondering why you were still in the game, so... Good micro.
Waste HuT's time.
Good micro.
Really nice micro from Pezz here.
Lovely stuff.
And HuT's just getting his gas at 6 minutes in. This is like a Zerg build.
So what sort of tech we got here from Pezz? Robo's going down. And maybe Immortals? Because he's gone full gas, so...
I get the feeling, he's just going for Colossus, actually. Yeah. I'd want to see an Observer
just got the robotics.
really want to see an observe from Pezz, because he doesn't really know what HuT's doing. And if HuT gets away, yeah, there's the observer. He's gonna be like, his reaction in his head when he sees that third CC is just gonna be like, "Are you serious?"
Well,
I know Pezz.
I'm sure we're going to see some chat.
Yeah. Yeah, he will be mad. Pezz is actually a really talkative player during games. Like, I don't know if you've ever...
I've actually watched him on
some-
stream. I saw the replay between him and Petraeus on NA.
Yeah.
And that was hilarious, actually. Really good match
Yeah.
between both players. They have these really weird games, but listening to Pezz is just like I don't know if he actually talks to himself during the game and that sort of thing anyway, but it just seems to come naturally to him.
Well, he comes from a Dota background, and I'm pretty sure Dota, they like to talk and BM a lot during the games, so...
Yeah.
And Pezz is gonna see the Marines moving out. Just Marines, no stim, no combat shields, no +1. He's not actually flying in the main. Pezz, what are you doing? Scout.
Be a little bit more active with your observers. Oh, he's got to see the SCVs coming out now, though. And we might see a scan here. No.
Does he see it? No. And HuT's actually doing a really nice job scouting for proxy palms and the like.
Yeah.
Pezz has to have seen the SCVs transfer. Like 1 or 2 go through.
Oh. Doesn't see the robotics bay in that scan, so this could actually work out pretty well.
He sees a robo facility though, so he should have a fair idea. I mean, has HuT gimped himself with this build in that if Pezz actually all-ins right now, which it's looking like he's going to, he's not going to have medevacs or... He's going to have maybe 2 medevacs out, and he's not going to have any Vikings, that's for sure.
There's no Vikings to counter these Colossi, and the push is coming. So two Colossi, a couple of Stalkers, a few Stalkers, and nice work there. Taking out the scouting
3 barracks
Marines.
he's producing from.
Yeah.
3 barracks, that's
This is a situation where I find myself in a lot where I don't have enough production and I just get slaughtered. There's the scan going down now, and he does see the thermal lances out, and it's going to destroy everything.
Beautiful pause builds from Pezz.
This is great stuff here by Pezz. He's going to stomp into the natural here.
If HuT can hold on, if HuT can just sit in his main and hold on, then he has a chance.
He knows about that. He must know about that third, really.
I don't think he's realised.
No, he's sending up some zealots now.
Okay, cool.
And
Good.
HuT's just pulling everything
Nice
back into the main. He's just got another 3 racks up and running, but nothing producing at this stage.
He actually has 3 Vikings at a time, which is what he needs to hold this. But I'm not sure if he can hold on long enough for those Vikings to come into effect. Look at that force field.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh my god, Pezz.
Building placement used to his advantage, and that's fantastic stuff. But,
HuT has to lift the buildings.
This first Colossi is going to go down.
You know what? HuT's actually going to hold on here.
He's going to push back out. A couple of zealots here are going to town on the SCVs, the refinery, and the CC.
He lost 27 workers in that engage, and his barracks are still in the air.
Wow.
So,
and he's been forced to pull back his other CC as well. So pretty good for Pezz here, I think.
Yeah, this is actually almost a similar situation to the last game, except there was no drop at Pezz's natural or whatever to do any damage.
Yeah.
So HuT's just hold on from an all-in, but Pezz's economy is actually fine and better than HuT's at the moment.
We'll have a look at the unit counts at the moment. We've got 53 probes at 34 SCVs, plus mules, but you can't get any mules when your CCs is actually floating. So, pretty good play here by Pezz. He's going to consolidate, get his macro going again as well. Probably get some more units and some more upgrades as well.
It's probably going to look to hit a later timing at this point, maybe at 2-2 or maybe even 1-1, because HuT's going to have to produce a lot of SCVs to catch up in this position.
Yep.
So Pezz is just going to try and hit that timing later. And he's actually just sticking with Colossus and Stalker at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I agree with that, because I'm pretty sure he saw... Yeah, he saw 2 starports with his vision, so...
Yeah, but the interesting thing here is that he's making four Vikings now, so he wasn't actually making any Vikings, and was stuck on 3 for quite some time.
Yeah, so Pezz really needs to get off of this tech if he wants to have a chance in this game, because double reactor, double starport is one surefire way to shut down Stalker Colossus, that's for sure.
The number of Marauders that are coming in as well, starting to beef up that army.
Yeah. And it's just a question of when Pezz is going to attack. Because I don't think HuT can really move out for a long time at this point, and Pezz might even use that to his advantage and be like, alright, I'm going to max out, get all of my tech, and we all know how hard Protoss is to kill with Storm and Colossus. It's damn near impossible. Unless you're...
Death Ball!
Korean. Yeah, unless you're Korean. I don't know if you saw that recent episode of, whatchamacallit?
StarCraft. StarCraft,
yeah,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Death Ball.
Death Ball time.
Pezz actually sees all these Vikings as well.
Yeah. He's got a good count. He must realise that it's time to actually switch out. So we might actually see maybe an Immortal or 2.
Yeah, it's looking like he's going for blink timing, and 2-2 could finish in the middle of this attack. But I mean, there's almost no medevacs for HuT here. Look at that Viking Armada.
Yeah. 1 goes down.
But all the Colossus
2 go down.
Oh, the Vikings, he loses a lot of them. Really, 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 really nice force fields from Pezz. I can't
all the Vikings go down.
Yeah, I can't emphasize how good Pezz's force fields are. Like, this guy, he might be the SEA party. His force fields were perfect then. He sectioned off the whole army down that choke while he
all through here,
lured the Vikings away.
Here.
Yeah.
And great micro with the Colossi to pull them back and draw the Vikings over the Stalkers and the Sentries, and those Vikings just melted.
And now that HuT's lost all of... HuT's on 30 SCVs. And he lost all those Vikings as well, so he's having to reproduce them, and this is the time when Pezz is choosing to switch into to switch into Storm and Archons, and he's actually taking the gold base in the middle. Doing a bit of Stalker harass as well. Wow, this is a really impressive play from Pezz here.
Don't lose too many.
Charge on the way as well. And he's actually ahead on upgrades now as well, and he's getting 3-3, so this is like dreamland for Pezz. And HuT is just pulling his SCVs, and he's like, alright, I've got one shot at this, let's do it. HuT's he's throwing down fisticuffs right now.
Oof. And a gold base. Is it scouted?
Actually,
it is scouted.
Oh, all the Vikings die, and I think that's going to be all she wrote.
Oh, look at those force fields again!
It actually works against him.
Yeah, that's Zealot's taking a few hits.
But he's using the force fields now to just pick off the medevacs. GG, well played.
Well played there. Awesome
and
stuff,
he danced his Colossus right at the end there. I don't know if you saw that.
Missed that. Anyway. All good, all good. Fantastic stuff there by Pezz. So, bringing a little bit more respectability into the scoreline there. Probably one of the best Protoss players in the SEA region at the moment. Proud to say that he plays for Silicon Sports. Yay!
I think he is. I think he's like undisputably the best Protoss at the moment.
Megafonzi might have something to say about that, but yeah.
Yeah. Megafonzi's good as well. Maybe like Blisk is in the chat, he's really good.
Yeah.